Welcome back, Pokemon trainers and fans, to another episode of the Pokemon Fight Club, the last one for round 5, and then we move into round number 6 for the next week. I'm letting Meowth back in, so hopefully she'll be a good girl and won't almost spill liquids all over my recording equipment. So with that, let's get into the battles. So our first matchup of this episode, there's 12 battles today. Is Tyranitar, the fully evolved form of Larvitar, Rock Dark type, featuring Bite, Mud Slap, Leer, and Sandstorm. Its opponent will be Wigglytuff, the fully evolved form of Wigglytuff, featuring Double Edge, Fire Punch, Disable, and Sing. Pokemon are ready, let's head back to the battlefield. So Tyranitar, I feel like in terms of moveset, has the advantage here. The Rock typing is going to throw Wigglytuff's Fire Punch and its normal type attacks into a tizzy. So we'll see how Wigglytuff is able to respond. Sing might come into play here as well. Alright, so the commands are issued. Here we go, turn number 1. And you'll also notice down at the bottom we're going to have our undefeateds coming up, so make sure to stay tuned. Tyranitar brewed up a Sandstorm. Here comes a Sing from Wigglytuff. And Tyranitar has fallen asleep. The Sandstorm is raging. And that's going to do damage to Wigglytuff regardless if Tyranitar is awake or not. So here we go, turn number 1. Or turn 2 now. Tyranitar going to sleep through this one. And here comes a Double Edge. Not very effective, and gets the recoil, so Wigglytuff is down to 378. Sandstorm is down to 323. So already a little over 100 damage done in this one. I think Wigglytuff is just going to try out different attacks here, while Tyranitar is still asleep on turn 3. So here comes a Fire Punch to see how effective that might be. Not very. So the Sandstorm is still going on. Wigglytuff is going to get hit again, down to 268. So Tyranitar should be waking up anytime soon. And speak of the devil, there we go. It's woken up. And it's going to use Mud Slap. So not a very effective move in terms of damage, but it will decrease Wigglytuff's accuracy. Here comes a Double Edge. And that's going to miss. So Tyranitar is awake. Here comes the Sandstorm again. That's going to hit Wigglytuff. Brings it down to 179. That little digit right there kind of messes with it just a little bit. So Wigglytuff in a little bit of danger here. Not really hitting much. Here comes a Bite from Tyranitar. That's going to bring Wigglytuff down to 75 health. And Wigglytuff flinches. And the Sandstorm has subsided. I was going to say, if it would have gotten the Double Edge and got hit by the Sandstorm, that would have probably been lights out for Wigglytuff. Alright, so Tyranitar now with one more bite, and this should wrap up the battle. And it will. So Wigglytuff goes down. A well-fought battle, although its physical attacks were no match for Tyranitar. So Tyranitar is your winner to lead off this episode. And moves up to 4-1. So we'll be right back with the next battle. Our next battle is going to feature Piloswine, the evolved form of Swinub, Ice Ground type, featuring Icy Wind, Earthquake, Fury Attack, and Mist. And its opponent will be Dunsparce, a pure normal type, featuring Strength, Dig, Attract, and Glare. The Pokemon are ready. Let's head back to the battlefield. So Piloswine with the advantage in this one, I feel. Better moveset, better attacks. So we'll see if maybe Dunsparce can glare its way to a victory. So the Pokemon are on the field now. So let's get right into this. Alright, so the commands have been issued, and Piloswine's going to get the start. Here comes a mighty Earthquake. And that's going to hit for some serious damage. Dunsparce down to 212. And Dunsparce going for a Glare. That's going to hit, and now Piloswine is paralyzed. So it has lost priority. Dunsparce will get to go first on each turn from here out. And Dunsparce is going underground. It's going for a dig. And it's, oh, Piloswine with the paralysis. That would have hit if it was an earthquake. So here we go, turn 3. Dunsparce with the dig. That's going to hit not much damage, 43 damage. And Piloswine is paralyzed again. So Piloswine is in a little bit of trouble here. Here comes a strength attack from Dunsparce, seeing the dig really didn't do much of anything. So that's going to hit, and that's going to bring Piloswine down to 225. So about even in terms of health. Piloswine still paralyzed 3 turns in a row of paralysis. So Dunsparce taking advantage of this right now and dealing some serious damage. Dunsparce issuing a strength. That's going to bring Piloswine down to 133. And it's paralyzed again. 4 turns in a row. That's paralyzed. So Dunsparce is taking advantage of the paralysis, most certainly. Here comes the strength. And that's going to hit and bring Piloswine down to 41 health. It hasn't attacked since turn 1. Finally, here comes an Icy Wind, hoping for a freeze to bring it back into this one. No, Dunsparce down to 153. Speed has fallen, but Dunsparce still with the priority thanks to paralysis. And this should be the last turn if Dunsparce's next attack hits. So here comes the strength. This should take out Piloswine. And it will. So Dunsparce is your winner. I was pulling for Piloswine just because of the movesets, but Glare did its thing. Dunsparce is your winner in the second battle. So we'll be right back with the next battle. 10 more to go. Don't go anywhere. Next up, we have Furret, the evolved form of Sentret, pure normal type with Strength, Ice Punch, Thunder Punch, and Amnesia. And its opponent will be Mareep, the pure electric type with Thunder, Headbutt, Light Screen, and Thunder Wave. The Pokemon are ready. Let's head back to the battlefield. Furret has the advantage in this one. Again, a more diverse moveset. Mareep with the Thunder and the Thunder Wave. So that could quickly spell doom for Furret. We saw how effective paralysis can be in the last battle. Let's see if Mareep can capitalize the same way Dunsparce did in this one. So here we go. Turn number 1. Commands are issued. And Furret's going to get the priority here with an Ice Punch. And that's not going to do a whole lot of damage, down to 246 out of 298. Here comes the Thunder Wave from Mareep. And that's going to hit, so Furret will be paralyzed going forward. So it just lost the priority. Furret's going to need to come up with something here. We saw how effective paralysis can be in derailing an entire battle for someone. Here comes the Thunder attack from Mareep. And it's a miss, so Furret with a little bit of grace there. Here comes a Strength attack. And that's going to do much more damage. Mareep down to 125. So Furret is paralyzed. Mareep trying to take advantage of that. So here comes a Thunder from Mareep on turn 3. That's going to connect, and that's going to bring Furret down to 169. Diggity. And Furret's going to respond back with another Strength. And that's going to knock out Mareep. Furret is the winner. Furret is the winner, if I can speak. I didn't think Strength was going to do that much damage, but there it is. So Furret is your winner, fights through the paralysis, and gets the win. We'll be right back. Our next battle is going to feature Noctowl and Wobbuffet. Noctowl, normal flying, featuring Fly, Takedown, Confusion, and Foresight. And I can't pull up Wobbuffet. I decided that instead of doing a coin flip for every turn, it'd just be easier to set the computer as player 2, and then just set it to hard. So that way it's still fair. I still have no idea what Wobbuffet's going to do, but this way, I'm just not sitting there knowing what's going to happen. So here we go, Noctowl and Wobbuffet, two normal types facing each other. I believe Wobbuffet might be second, I think. You'd think I would know this after 5 weeks. So here we are, they're both on the field now. I do believe it is a Psychic, now that I think about it. Alright, so here we go, turn number 1, and Noctowl is going to go for a fly. So it's going to go up in the air. Wobbuffet leading off with a Safeguard, so no confusion, no status ailments for the next few turns. However, it does know that it's going to be a physical attack, so here comes the fly on from Noctowl. Not much damage. Wobbuffet going for a counter. That's going to pay it back double. Noctowl down to 199. So here comes a takedown from Noctowl. And that's going to hit, bring Wobbuffet down to 360. A little bit of recoil out there brings Noctowl down to 174. Here comes a Mirror Coat. And nothing doing. So Noctowl finally seeing a little bit of a pattern there. Here comes a takedown from Noctowl. That's going to hit and bring Wobbuffet down to 256. Here comes the recoil down to 148 for itself. Another Mirror Coat. And nothing doing. Noctowl going to change it up. Here comes a Confusion. Not very effective. Brings Wobbuffet down to 232. Here comes a Mirror Coat. That'll hit Noctowl. And brings Noctowl down to 100 health. And the Safeguard has faded. So Wobbuffet is now at risk for any kind of status ailment or confusion. Here comes another takedown from Noctowl. Brings Wobbuffet down to 141. Hit with the recoil, brings Noctowl down to 78. Here comes another Safeguard from Wobbuffet. So playing it safe right now with the Safeguard, trying to make sure that there's no status ailments. Here comes another takedown from Noctowl. And that's going to hit and bring Wobbuffet down to 38 health. Recoil brings it down to 53. Here comes a Mirror Coat. So Noctowl might be able to win it thanks to Wobbuffet's spammy Mirror Coat. Alright, one more takedown from Noctowl. This should win it. It connects and Wobbuffet does go down. Noctowl is your winner. Again, in thanks mostly to spamming Mirror Coat. So Noctowl is your winner in this one over Wobbuffet. So that's 4 battles down, 8 to go. We'll be right back. We're now going to get into the undefeated side of this episode. Slowpoke is going to be the first one, and it's going to face off against 3-1 Jolteon. So we currently have 15 undefeated Pokemon at 4-0. Depending on how this battle goes, there can either be 8 or 7 going into next week. So here we go. We have Slowpoke, a pure, or not pure, but water and psychic type, featuring Surf, Psychic, Earthquake, and Amnesia. And its opponent will be Jolteon, my boy, featuring Zap Cannon, Pin Missile, Double Kick, and Sand Attack. Now, Pokemon ready, let's head back to the battlefield. So every battle from here to the end of the episode is between Pokemon that have a record of 4-0. With the exclusion of Jolteon, that way, who is 3-1. So we'll see how this one pans out. If Slowpoke might get the upset, we'll have an even number of undefeateds, and at that point it's going to be a bracket down to the last undefeated. So Jolteon's going to lead off with Zap Cannon, and that's going to miss, so an open gate there for Slowpoke. Here comes an Earthquake. And that's going to be super effective. That's going to bring Jolteon down to 104, so very scary situation for Jolteon. Possibly an upset coming from Slowpoke. So here comes the Zap Cannon one more time. Not a great accuracy. That's going to hit super effective. And it's a one-hit KO for Jolteon over Slowpoke. A scary moment there. If Zapcan would have missed, Slowpoke would have ran away with the victory and an upset at that. So as of now, there are 14 undefeated Pokemon. There will be 7 at the end of this episode. We'll be right back. Next up, we have Natu, a Psychic Flying type featuring Psychic, Future Sight, Nightshade, and Confuse Ray. And its opponent will be Gyarados, a Water Flying type featuring Waterfall, Dragon Rage, Twister, and Leer. The Pokemon are ready. Let's head back to the battlefield. So like I said, we are now into the all 4-0 Pokemon. There are 14 left, including these two. By the end of this episode, we'll be down to 7 undefeated Pokemon. So we'll see how this one plays out. And if there will be, if little Natu can outpower the gigantic and ferocious Gyarados. So Natu's going to get the priority. Here comes a Confuse Ray on turn 1. So Gyarados is going to be confused for a little while. Here comes a little bit of confusion, fights through it. Here's a Waterfall. And that's going to hit for some pretty good damage, down to 171 for Natu, so 90 damage there. Turn number 2, Natu with the priority again. Here comes a Psychic Blast. And a critical hit. That's going to bring Gyarados down to 151. Gyarados fighting the confusion, and it's going to attack itself, bringing it down further, down to 101. So Natu might be running away with this one here. After kind of a slow start, but here comes another Psychic. That's going to hit, and Gyarados hangs on with 16 health. Still confused, fights through. Here comes the Waterfall. That's going to hit and bring Natu down to 76 health. So Gyarados needs Natu to miss this next attack to have any chance of a comeback. Natu's going to go with that accurate Psychic. And that's going to hit, and Natu's going to continue on its undefeated journey. Gyarados handed its first loss here in Week 5, but Natu is your winner by knockout over Gyarados. So that's the halfway mark of this episode. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll be right back. Now up, we've got Kabutops, evolved form of Kabuto, Rock Water typing, featuring Ancient Power, Surf, Leer, and Endure. And its opponent will be Pidgeotto, the evolved form of Pidgey, normal flying type with Fly, Frustration, Steel Wing, and Mirror Move. Pokemon ready, let's head back to the battlefield. And I have a cat hair in my mouth, I apologize for that. Alright, so Kabutops with the rock typing has the advantage here over the flying type of Pidgeotto. There it is. Just a little bit of a fact from the last battle, Slowpoke and Slowbro were the last undefeated evolution chains. So from here out, there are no more evolved Pokemon that are together in the same chain. Alright, so Pidgeotto is going to lead off. Here comes a Steel Wing. And some decent damage down to 236. Here comes an Ancient Power from Kabutops. And that's going to be super effective. And Pidgeotto hangs on with 95 health out of 307. So already Kabutops not letting off anything here. And Pidgeotto's going to use Mirror Move. Here comes an Ancient Power. Not sure if that's really going to do much of anything. And it will, not much, but it brings Kabutops down to 198. Answering back with its own. This should take out Pidgeotto if it hits. Super effective hit, and it goes down on turn 2. Kabutops is your winner over Pidgeotto. So Pidgeotto goes down, and Kabutops your winner by knockout in battle number 7. So 5 more battles to go. We'll be right back. Next up, looking to avenge its younger self, here's Slowbro. Water Psychic featuring Surf, Confusion, Disable, and Growl. And its opponent will be Alakazam, the fully evolved form of Abra, pure Psychic type with Psybeam, Thief, Future Sight, and Kinesis. The Pokemon are ready. Let's head back to the battlefield. So Alakazam with the advantage having a Dark type move to go up against the Water Psychic type Slowbro. And Slowbro with Surf should have neutral damage against Alakazam. So we'll see how these two go. Oh, excuse me. Ugh. So here we go. Turn number 1. Commands are issued. And Alakazam's going to lead off with Thief right off the gate. That's going to be super effective. 98 damage done. Here comes a Surf from Slowbro. And that's going to hit, and that's going to do almost half damage, so Alakazam in a little bit of danger here. So Surf was definitely very powerful. Alakazam may be behind the 8 ball here, only having one Dark-type attack. It's not really that great of an attack. But super effective, brings Slowbro down to 158 on turn 2. Here comes the Surf from Slowbro. A crit could do it. That's going to hit, and Alakazam hangs on with 14 health. So Slowbro in command of this one, looking to avenge its partner Slowpoke. Here comes the Thief from Alakazam. Super effective, brings Slowbro down to 57 health. Here comes the Surf. A hit will win it. And on turn 3, Slowbro is your winner, knocking out Alakazam from the undefeated. So congratulations, Slowbro, you have avenged your younger self, although Jolteon is still running rampant, at least with the 4-1s. So we'll be right back with 4 more battles. Next up, we have Machoke, the evolved form of Machop. Pure fighting type featuring Vital Throw, Strength, Dig, and Foresight. And its opponent will be Sandslash, the evolved form of Sandshrew, pure ground type with Earthquake, Fury Swipes, Sand Attack, and Sandstorm. The Pokemon are ready. Let's head back to the battlefield. Sandslash with the advantage here, ground over fighting. A good Earthquake should make this a quick battle. So there's Machoke. We saw Machamp in the last episode. So Machoke looking to make this a good week for the Maz, I guess, the Max. So, all right, so here we go. Turn number 1. Commands have been issued, and Sandslash is going to get the start with the Earthquake, and that's going to do 50% damage, or just shy of. Here comes a Strength. Not a whole lot of damage there, so Machoke looking for a little bit of syndication there. And Sandslash with another Earthquake. A crit could end it. And that's going to bring Machoke down to 27 health. Here comes a Vital Throw from Machoke. That's going to bring Sandslash down to 171. So not looking good for Machoke. One hit will do it, really. Here comes a Fury Swipes from Sandslash, changing things up. And that's a miss, so an open door from Machoke this turn. Here comes Strength again. And that's going to hit and bring Sandslash down to 109. So a chance here for Machoke, possibly to take back a lead. Here comes the Fury Swipes, and that's going to hit twice, and he's out. So Sandslash is your winner in this one. Machoke just could not hang on. Earthquake was too powerful, and then had an open door with a missed Fury Swipe. Sandslash was able to come back the next turn and take it. We'll be right back. Next up, we've got Corsola, Water Rock type, featuring Surf, Ancient Power, Mirror Coat, and Attract. And its opponent will be Smoochum, the only undefeated baby left. Ice Psychic type, featuring Psychic, Blizzard, Sing, and Sweet Kiss. The Pokemon are ready. Let's head back to the battlefield for this one. I do like Smoochum's chances with Psychic and Sweet Kiss to put Corsola to sleep. So we'll see how it pans out here. So the Pokemon are on the field. And thank you all again for watching these videos. Some of you are going back to work. Some of you are just hanging out, really. Maybe you're watching this on your lunch break, but thank you nonetheless. So here we go. Turn 1. Smoochum's going to start off with Psychic. And that's going to hit for some decent damage, down to 182, so about a third damage there. Corsola's going to answer back with Ancient Power. And super effective, brings Smoochum down to 46 health. So Smoochum is in some danger here of losing its undefeated status with the babies. Smoochum with the Psychic Attack. And that's going to bring Corsola down to 69. And Corsola's going to go with the Ancient Power. One will do it. Super effective, and that will be it. Corsola is your winner. No more undefeated babies in this one. So Corsola is your winner over Smoochum by knockout. So we have one more battle left to go for this week, and we'll be right back with that. Our final battle for the 5th round of this tournament will feature Haunter, evolved form of Ghastly, a Ghost Poison type featuring Shadow Ball, Giga Drain, Spite, and Destiny Bond. And its opponent will be Hypno, the evolved form of Drowsy, pure Psychic type featuring Confusion, Dream Eater, Psych Up, and Hypnosis. The Pokemon are ready. Let's head back to this battle. So Ghost and Psychic always messes with my head. Because in the anime, in Gen 1, when that was all that there was, you were told that Ghosts are better than Psychic, or Ghosts more powerful than Psychic. Well, the problem is all 3 Ghosts in Gen 1 are Ghost Poison, and Psychic is strong against Poison. So you're constantly getting your rear handed every time you go to use a Ghost. So, alright, so here we go. Turn 1, Haunter's going to go with a Shadow Ball. And that's going to be super effective against Hypno, brings it down to 175. Hypno answering back with Confusion. So that'll do damage against Haunter's Poison typing. And Haunter's down to 117, so already not the best of situations for Haunter, unless it gets a critical hit here against Hypno with a Shadow Ball. So that's going to hit super effective. Hypno hangs on with 19 health. Here comes the Confusion. That's going to hit super effective, and Haunter goes down. Hypno is your winner by a slim margin. So Hypno win by knockout to end the week, or at least this round. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be moving to 1 video a day. Rounds are going to be 2 weeks each, so after this we only have 11 more rounds to go to make 16 total rounds. So with that, I'm your host, Professor Pine. This is the Pokemon Fight Club, and until next time, please be safe, and we'll see you in the next video. See you next round.